Hello everybody and welcome to another lesson of PTE. Today we're going to discuss PTE writing. What are the question types in writing? What are the strategies that you can employ to get your maximum in PTE writing? So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, guys, before we start, just a little bit about the ECA. So we are a migration company and we offer all these services along with our free classes for PTE and IELTS. Welcome you all to participate and take complete advantage of the benefits that we offer. So today we're going to discuss PTE writing. See, the most important thing that you have to understand while we talk about PTE writing is it's very completely different to how prominent writing is in other English proficiency test. For example, when you are preparing for your IELTS test, PTE or IELTS writing grabs a lion's share of your practice. So you will need to write and write and write some more to gain that confidence or to gain practice in writing. Whereas for PTE, your writing is the least of your worries. The reason is because you are scored by artificial intelligence. So there's no human being sitting and marking your test. So you have an undue advantage where it's just the AI that's scoring you. So all that you need is what I'm going to tell you right now. Now, PTE writing has only 2 question types, like you can see. So it has 2 sections and 2 question types. Section 1 of your writing is summarize written text. So that's just 1 question type, summarize written text. You'll have 2 or 3 of these questions, okay? So 1 type of question in this section 1, that's called summarize written text. So here you'll have to write a summary of the given passage. So a written passage is displayed, or in other words, a text is displayed to you. So this text might contain a paragraph, 2, 3 paragraphs. So text is displayed in front of you and you'll have to write a summary of the given text. And this summary has to be just 1 sentence long. Okay, so a text is given to you. You'll have to write a summary of the given text. The summary is going to be just 1 sentence long. And this sentence has to be between 5 and 75 words. So even though I say 5, the ideal word limit is at least 55 words to 75 words. Okay, so each summary carries 10 minutes, or you have to attempt each summary for only 10 minutes, nothing more than 10 minutes. So strictly stick to the time limit. So if there are 2 summaries that's given to you in your test, then that section is for 20 minutes. If there are 3 summaries that's given to you in the test, then that section is for 30 minutes. So what are you marked for? You are scored for your reading as well as your writing. So even though this question type is belonging to your writing module, you also get points to your reading module, because a text is given to you and you're expected to skim through the text and then write the summary, right? So your reading skills are being used, so you get points towards your reading module as well. Then this question type marks you, or you are scored based on the grammar, vocabulary, the sentence structure. That's what I mean by grammar. Then content and form. Form refers to your word limit. So here you're marked based on how you write. So your grammar is in picture, your context, your vocabulary, and your content and form or word limit. That's section 1. You write a summary of the displayed text and you write a summary in 1 sentence. Okay, now after about 20-30 minutes, section 1 is finished and you enter into section 2 of your writing. Section 2 of your writing consists of essay. So essay is an integral part of any English proficiency test. Where you write, there is always an essay. So is it with PTE. So here the second section of your writing is an essay. So you're given about 1 or 2 essays in your test. Depending on your test, you'll have to attempt 1 or 2 essays. So each essay is allotted 20 minutes. Okay, so you're allotted 20 minutes per essay. So if there is 1 essay, that section 2 is for 20 minutes. If there are 2 essays, then section 2 is for 40 minutes. Then Here you're marked for your writing alone. So this question type belongs to just your writing, and you get marked for your grammar, for your vocabulary, for your spellings, your written discourse. You're marked for your content, for your development, then structure of the sentence, coherence and cohesion, your form, and your vocabulary or your general linguistic range. Okay, so these are your factors that you're being marked for. So for you to get your 79 or your band 8, band 7 in writing, it's not obtained by you focusing on your writing alone. So what are the other modules or the other question types that contribute and help you to score your desired score in writing? So how do you get your writing points? You don't get it by doing writing and writing and writing. You get it by these types of questions. So the first important question type are your writing questions types. So your summarized written text gives you points to writing. Your essay, which is from the writing module, gives you points to writing. You also get points from drop down fill in the blanks, which is your reading and writing fill in the blanks. This belongs to the reading module. Okay, it gives you points to your writing. So the drop down fill in the blanks that we discussed last class gives you points towards writing. The second question type is summarized spoken text. So this belongs to your listening. So your writing is gotten not just from writing alone, but your writing points are gotten from your reading and as well as from your listening. So from your listening module, summarized spoken text gives you points to writing, write from dictation contributes a lot of points towards writing, and fill in the blanks contributes a lot of points towards writing. Okay, so your listening fill in the blanks contribute a lot of points towards writing. So this question type, let me make that a bit clear for you. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm just making this a bit clear for you, okay? So drop down fill in the blanks, this appears from your reading module. So let me open up a bracket. This is from your reading module. Okay, so this contributes a lot of points towards your writing. It contributes about, at least, if there are 5 blanks, then at least 25 to 30, at least 30 to 35 points are coming from this question type. Then summarize spoken text. This is from your listening module. And all these questions that follows belong to your listening module. So that's how you get your points. And this also is from your listening module. This is how you get your writing points. You get it from your writing questions, which is your SWT, your summarized written text. You get it from your essay. You also get it from your reading module. So this particular question type, drop down fill in the blanks, which is also called reading and writing fill in the blanks, gives you about 30-35 points. And then your write from dictation, summarized spoken text, fill in the blanks. All these are important for your writing. So this is how you get your writing points. Now let's start looking at what are the websites that you should be practicing from. So like I have told you in your previous classes, you do not get it just by knowing strategies, but you get a lot of your points by practicing. So what are the practice websites that you can use to practice your PTE? So these are websites on the internet. They're free, so please take note of these free websites and you can practice your questions from here. So the first one is a personal favorite. It's called realpte.com. You have all your 4 modules here, plenty of question types for you to practice. Second one is called apuni.com, PTE tools, top PTE. These are around the internet. They're free websites. Use them to practice your your PTE. Now, this is your task description for this first question type. So we start off with section 1 of writing. What happens in this question type? You have to write a summary of the displayed text. So a text is displayed to you, a reading text is displayed. This may contain several paragraphs, so you have to write a summary of that displayed text. And this summary has to be just one sentence long. So you begin with a capital letter, you end it with a full stop. That's all. So it has to be one sentence long. So there shouldn't be any full stops in between. So please make note of this. So this is your biggest requirement. You have to write a summary of the displayed text in just one sentence. You are given 10 minutes to write the summary. Okay, so each summary is given 10 minutes or allotted 10 minutes. And you have to write a single statement of no more than 75 words. So your minimum word limit is 5 per requirement, and your maximum is 75 words. So if you ask me, the ideal word limit is about 50 words at least. Hi Samir, and welcome to okay, so okay. So this is how you're marked for your summarized written text. So for your reading and writing, you see if it's providing a good summary of the text, if all the relevant aspects are mentioned, then it provides a fair summary of the text if you get it. So content is how much of your writing or how much of your essay is related to your topic. So your content can be synonymous to the ideas in your topic. So if you're able to provide a good summary of the text and the topics in the text, and if you're able to put all the relevant aspects given to you in the text, and if you provide a fair summary, then you get your maximum content points. Then your form is always your word limit. So you get your maximum form points if it's written in one single sentence. So if there's more than a full stop, then that's it, you get 0 points. So it has to be written in a single sentence, and this has to be within 75 words. Okay, so if you write beyond 75 words, or if there is more than one full stop, that's it, you do not get anything for your form. Then your grammar, if it has a correct grammatical structure, if your sentence is structured carefully, properly, then you get your complete grammar points, which is 2 points for your grammar. And if it has certain grammatical errors, then you'll be getting just 1 point. Then for your vocabulary, if it has the appropriate choice of words related to your topic, related to the text, then you'll be getting a maximum of 2 points. And if you get 1 point, if you have lexical errors, or when you're conveying your ideas, if your idea has lexical errors, then that could lead to just 1 point. And if you've got defective communication of your vocabulary, has no link to the topic itself, then you get 0. So this could be your question preview, or this is how your question could look like. Okay, so you'll be given a reading text like this. So this has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 different paragraphs here, and you have to read through this and write a summary in a sentence. And you're given 10 minutes for the entire circus. Okay, so one sentence, 10 minutes. That should be okay. Okay. Now, what are the strategies, or what are the techniques that you could employ to get complete points here? So first thing you do is try and read the passage for a minute, okay? And then try and take 3 independent sentences from the given passage. So you do not need to paraphrase it, because again, you're dealing with an artificial intelligence, so you make use of it. You do not need to paraphrase the topic. So this is a strategy. This is a shortcut for you to get your summarized written text scores. So what you do is you skim through this passage just to get the big idea, then what you do is you take 3 independent sentences from throughout the passage. So if you ask me, I'd say there are 7 paragraphs over here. So maybe I skip this, I take a sentence from here, I skip this passage, I take a sentence from here, and I take another sentence from here. So I'm covering the entire range of this passage. So I'm taking a sentence from the top, from the middle, and from the end. That's covering the entire range or the entire text. Okay, so I take 3 sentences, so I don't bother paraphrasing it. I don't use my own words here because I don't want to make a mistake. And then I put it in a sentence. So I'll give you the structure of the sentence that I can put it in. So this could be the structure of your sentence. So you put your sentence 1. So S1 means your sentence 1. You put a comma soon after, and then there is a space, or you enter space, and you put your connector and. Okay, so and then you could put your second sentence and then a comma after, then you enter a space, you put your complex connector, which is moreover, and then there's a comma again, and then space, and you put your third sentence that you have taken from it, and you end it with a full stop. So this could be your template for your summarized written text. So you could use this template or as an example. So you take, sorry, so let me start sharing my screen. Okay, so this could be your template for summarized written text. You could put your first sentence that you take from the passage, regardless of paraphrasing, and don't worry about anything, just take it from the passage as it is. Then you put in a simple connector like and, or, but, and then you put your second sentence from the passage, take it as it is, doesn't matter. Then you put complex connector like however, moreover, furthermore, and then you put a comma again, and you end it with, you put your third sentence and you end it with a full stop, and check for spelling errors here. So make sure that you don't make any spelling errors because you, so check for your spellings. Then check for your grammar. So what I mean by grammar is your punctuation, if it is if it's got this appropriate comma, if you've put an extra comma or something, check for your punctuations, and that's all. Check if you've got your full stop in the end, and that's all. Okay, so when I talk about the simple connectors, where do you use the simple connector or your conjunctions and? So you use your conjunction and is used when you are joining to similar ideas. That's when you use this connector and, right? So when you're joining or when you're combining similar ideas, for example, if I say she is beautiful, I wouldn't say and lazy, right? I wouldn't use this word. She is beautiful, so and lazy. So this is, I'm comparing contrasting ideas. So I'm comparing positive and negative. So I wouldn't use and. So what's the conjunction that I would use here? So I would use the conjunction but, right? Because I'm comparing contrasting ideas. So I use the conjunction but here because I'm combining contrasting ideas. Okay, but when I'm using and, I would use a similar kind of idea. So I would say she is beautiful and clever, or and hardworking. So here I'm combining the similar ideas. Okay, then if when I use or, then I'm giving more than an option. So I would say she can be either beautiful, or maybe I would use she can be, or she can choose between, or she can choose, or she can drink coffee or T. So I'm giving a choice, and there's more than one option. So that's when I use this conjunction, or I use this linking word, or what are they called? They're called simple connectors. So I use and, but, or as our simple connector. So and when I'm combining the same ideas, and or when I'm giving an option. Okay, then so this is my simple connectors. So when I look at my complex connectors, they're actually fancy conjunctions. I mean, that's what I call them. You can call them as, so your complex connectors are usually, you could use, you remember fancy emails when you mail it to your boss or something, you use words like this: furthermore, however, moreover. What else you can use? In addition to, in contrast with. So you could use any of these complex connectors when you're combining ideas, okay? And these are called complex connectors. So you would say words like this: in addition to being beautiful, she is also clever or intelligent. Okay, so you would use giving more information, and use addition, you're using this linker to give more information. You could also use this word moreover to give more information or to add to it. So you could use words like, she is beautiful, intelligent. Then you would use moreover, she also displays immense strength or kindness or something like that. So you're adding to her beautiful nature. So you're telling she's beautiful, she's intelligent, moreover. So you're adding more information here. So when you say moreover or however, so you say she is beautiful. So you're comparing ideas. So you say she's beautiful, intelligent. So you're comparing contrasts again. So you use however. She sometimes displays, or she sometimes is selfish. Okay, so you're comparing ideas, however. So you're comparing two things, positives and negatives. That's when you use this word however. Then when you use moreover, in addition to however, furthermore is also used to give more information about it. Okay, so to give more information, to add to it, you use furthermore. So all these can be your connectors or your simple connectors. So in other words, if you are stuck between what connector to use, what and earth to use, you can simply use and moreover. So when in doubt as to what to use, simply use and as your simple connector and moreover to combine your sentences. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so you can then let me bring the PowerPoint up and share it. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Now, if this is one example of your summarized written text, here you only have about two paragraphs. So when you're taking your sentences, you take one from the top. So maybe one from the top part of this paragraph, one from the middle, a sentence from the middle of this, and a sentence from the end. So to answer this question, you can answer it like this. So I took the first, So I take currently until prevented with use of catechins. So I'll take my first sentence until catechins. So I take this to be my first sentence. And then I borrow this comma as well from the original passage. And then I put, okay. So I take my first sentence maybe from till here. Then I put and. So moreover, so I take my first sentence until here, then I put a comma, and then I put an and, like you can say, and then I put my second sentence with black tea and oolong tea, and then a comma again, I put moreover, and then a comma after, and I ended with a full stop. So let's do a few of these questions using our practice websites, and let's see how to go along with them. So let me pull up my practice website. Give me a minute for that, please. I hope you can see my screen. So this is my practice website. I log in using this option. So I've made a profile in here already. So I log in using my profile. So this is what the website looks like. So I choose the writing module here. So it's got all the 4 modules. Then I choose the question type that I'm going to practice, which is summarize written text. Okay. Now, if I'm doing this question type, okay, if I'm attempting this question type, appropriate strains for legumes. So if you look at this, it has about 1 paragraph. It doesn't have more than 1 paragraph, okay? So what I do is I try to decide which portion of the paragraph I'm going to take. So I'm going to take this first sentence, and maybe I would take the first 2 sentences as a combination, but I can also take a look at my word limit and realize where to stop or where to continue. And then I take maybe from here as my second paragraph, these 2, and my last paragraph from here. So let's skim through this passage. Okay, so let's take the first sentence. So in your exam, there is an option to copy and paste, but I suggest that you type it in because there is a chance that your keystrokes can be recorded. Okay, so I'm going to type these sentences in. So start from here. I would say maybe I start from here. This is my first sentence. I'll leave this or gardeners. Maybe I can take that. So I would say gardeners can feed their families and enrich the soil by growing legumes. So this is my first sentence. Oh, sorry, not yet. Such as green beans, soybeans, lentils, and peas. This is my first sentence. Let me look at it. I've written about 20 words. So I put a comma and then space. Now I look at if I can put and or what. Nitrogen is produced in nodules that form on, I think I can put and, or maybe I take a sentence from the middle. So I would say, and organic growers prefer nitrogen. I take this sentence because it goes with that connector. So I would put comma, I would remove the full stop here next to a piece, and I'll put end with a comma. I'll put the connector and, there is no comma after and, okay? Now I'm going to take this and organic growers until here, okay? And I would write organic growers prefer organic nitrogen because of its natural origins and because it breaks down slowly in the soil, thus slowly feeding plants throughout the growing season. Okay, if you look at it, there are about 48 words. So put a comma again, space, and now let me see what is the next sentence that I'm going to take in. So I would say, furthermore, the bacteria will remain, making it do not add extra nitrogen. Doing so will make the bacteria, encouraging them to stop producing their own nitrogen. So moreover, and do not add extra nitrogen, fertilizer, and then I combine these two sentences. You need not, okay, but I'm trying to. So I would say, furthermore, do not apply extra nitrogen fertilizer to bean crops. And then nothing else. I just remove this full stop here and I put it together. I combine these sentences together. Doing so makes bacteria in the nodules lazy and so I'm keeping an eye on my word count, encouraging them to stop producing their own nitrogen. Okay, and I end it with a full stop. So this is my my answer to this question. So I take a sentence from the given passage and add three sentences from the given passage, and I join them together using and moreover. Okay, so this is how I try and solve it. Now let's try and apply the strategy for another question type. Maybe I take, maybe I take another question type like diaspora. Looks interesting. So this portion or this reading passage has 1, 2, and 3 different paragraphs. So it's easy for me to decide. So I take a sentence from the first paragraph, a sentence from the second paragraph, a sentence from the third paragraph, and I try to combine them together using and moreover. Okay, this time we'll also see how to proofread and what I have to proofread for. So I take the first sentence as it is, I borrow it as it is, okay? Diasporas, communities which live outside but maintain links with their homelands are getting larger, thicker, and stronger. Okay, that's my first sentence. I look at it. How many words have I typed? 16 words. Okay, that's my first sentence. Or maybe I combine it because my sentence seems to be quite short. I combine it with the sentence. Okay, so here I put they, or I put and. It's just to combine. They are the human face of globalization. Now I put my comma, space, I put my first connector, which could be and. Okay, now I'm going to use my second sentence. So if you look at this, the sentence seems to be pretty big because there's no full stop here. It goes on and on and on. So what I try to do is I try to take a sentence where it's acting as a complete sentence. So, and this trend so till here, maybe I would take this. So maybe I would start from here until here. Let me see if they can, or okay, let me see how this goes. And this trend is the result of 5 factors, all of them connected with globalization, the growth in international migration, the revolution in transport and communications technology. I think that is pretending to be, or which is quickening the pace of diasporans' interactions with their homelands. So let's look at so I think that's a pretty good sentence. Okay, now it's pretending to be a complete sentence. So I put a comma again, space. Now, and policy changes. So and is something similar. That's adding more information. So I would put moreover, comma. Then I take maybe this one till here. Okay. Moreover, policy changes by national governments on issues such as dual citizenship and multiculturalism, which are enabling people to lead transnational lives. Okay, so and I ended with a full stop. So now I'm going to proofread. What am I going to proofread for? Going to see if there is any full stop in between. Going to see if there are any spelling errors. I'm going to see if my word limit is correct. Okay, and if I've put in my linking words correctly. So I read it. Diasporas, communities which live outside but maintain links with their homelands, are getting larger, thicker, and stronger, and they are the face of globalization. So this is my first sentence. I connected with an and this trend is the result of 5 factors, all of them connected with globalization, the growth in international migration, the revolution in transport and communication technology. Moreover, that's my second connector. I put a comma and comma after. Policy changes by national governments on issues such as dual citizenship and multiculturalism, which are enabling people to lead transnational lives. So that's how I do this question type. I hope this was clear to you. So I hope that was clear to you. Let's proceed to the next part of our writing. So that was section 1 of our writing. Section 2 of our writing is an essay. So let me talk to you about the essay, what it is like. So the essay has about 1 or 2 questions. So you'll be coming across 1 or 2 topic sentences. So in other words, you'll have to write 1 or 2 essays. Okay, and each essay is for about 20 minutes. So you were timed for 20 minutes per question. So you allotted just 20 minutes per essay, and there's no rollover of time. That means that if you're given 2 essays and you complete the first one in 15 minutes, the second essay will not have 25 minutes. You'll still be given only 20 minutes per essay. So this is an example, or these are a few examples of how your essay question is going to look like. I'll give you a minute to read through this. So it says, some people think the purpose of education is to prepare the future workforce and make good members of the society. Others think the purpose of education should lead to self-fulfillment. What is your opinion? So this is an opinion-based essay. Here, it is important to preserve the beautiful buildings of the past, even if it will be expensive to do so. Do you agree or disagree with it? So this is an agreement, disagreement kind of an essay. If we look at the next one, the world's governments and organizations are facing a lot of issues. Which do you think is the most pressing problem for the inhabitants on our planet? Give solutions. So this essay, if you can look at it, it's a problem solution kind of an essay. So like I have told you before, and I'll repeat it. So PTE is marked, or your PTE questions, your test is AI marked. So use it for your advantage. In other words, what I mean to say is you can use a ready-made template to write your essay, and you need not stick to you need not follow the rules, or you need not write an essay. You can always memorize a template that is on the internet, and any template on the internet, and you can use the same template to write the essay. So the most frequently asked question is, will my templates reduce my points, or will using a template reduce your points? No, it will not reduce your points. Another frequently asked question is, can I use the same template? Because sometimes the template is a positive, negative, or an advantage, disadvantage kind of a template. Can I use it if it is a problem solution essay? Yes, you can. Can I use it if it's a cause and effect kind of an essay? Yes, you can. Can I use it for an opinion-based essay? Yes, you can. So if you memorize one template and you're sticking to use that, doesn't matter what essay you come across, you can always feel free to use the same template over and over. So that is, again, an important difference between PTE and the IELTS test. So this is one of the essay templates. So this essay template, like you see, is inspired by another essay template. So even though I've written this by myself, it is inspired by another essay template, whereas there are a few other templates which I can display, which is borrowed from the internet. So you'll have a lot of these essays that are floating around on the internet. You can feel free to take it and use them to your advantage. So let's talk about this essay template. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs in this essay template, and you will need to use keywords. So you can take a picture, you can feel free to borrow this. This is taken from the internet, so I'm quoting sources. It's all from the internet, okay? Now, while you are attempting your essay, even though you have memorized your template, the first thing that I would like to tell you is do not just start typing your template and your essay. So take about 2 or 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes to sit down and write down the key words or key ideas of your topic. So let's see how to use this. So if this is the essay that I'm going to use, give me a minute. So imagine this is the essay that you're going to use for your test. I just show you how to write an essay using this template that you're given. If if this is the essay that you're going to write, let's see how to use this essay template to write an essay. Let me share my screen with you. I hope you can see my Word document. So if this is the essay template, let's see how to write an essay. So what I said is, before you start typing in your template, before you start writing your essay, so you'll be given a book and a pen to write. So use it and write down keywords, key ideas, okay, for the topic. So while you're writing down the key ideas, what I suggest is write down both positive and negative key ideas, keywords or key ideas. So while you're writing, I suggest like maybe about 15 or 20 keywords, about 4 key ideas. So 2 positive ideas and 2 negative ideas. That's what I meant to say. 2 positive ideas and 2 negative ideas about the topic. Okay, then what you do is this is your step 1, or this is the first thing that you do before you start attempting your essay. Okay, second thing that you do is so give me a minute. The second thing that you do is, after this, you write down you have written down the key ideas or keywords, key ideas for the topic. You write down positive and negative ideas about the topic. Then the second thing that you do is you write down a topic sentence. So you're given a topic sentence. The topic sentence could be about 30, 40 words. So you can't borrow the same topic sentence. So you make a short and sweet topic sentence from the given template. Okay, so you make a short and sweet topic sentence from the given topic, sorry. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. So always make note, what is your idea? So your entire essay, your form is about 200 to 300 words. This is your form, or this is called your word limit. Okay, so this is how you should be planning for your essay. Okay. This is how you'll be making a plan for your essay. So you write down the keywords, see that you write positive and negative ideas, make sweet and short topic sentences, because you can't always borrow the entire topic sentence. It's going to be about 20 to 30 to 40, 50 words long. You can't always keep using that. You'll run short of words, or you'll run overboard. You'll go overboard with your word limit. So you make a sweet and short topic sentence. So you're writing this down, and remember that it's about 200 and 300 words or word limit. Okay. Now, what you should be doing is, let me share my screen with you. We'll choose a topic sentence from the practice website, and we'll see how to write an essay using this template. So I hope you can see it. So this is how your practice website is going to look. You choose writing, write essay, and then maybe we choose a topic. Okay, maybe I choose this, a very common topic, air travel. So this topic sentence here is quite small. So here it's an opinion-based essay. Doesn't matter what kind of essay it is, we still can use the same template for any kind of an essay. I hope you can see my Word. Can you see my Word document? Okay, so this is your topic. This is the given topic. Some people think air travel has more negative impacts than positive on modern life. What do you think? So now what we do is we write down our ideas. So this is our planning, right? So we write down positive and negative ideas, or keywords. key ideas. So what is the positive side of air travel? What are the keywords that you think of when you think of air travel? What are your keywords? You think of travel, then visit friends and family. Then what else can you think of? You can think of tourist destination. Then what else can you think of? You can think of vacation. Then what is good about travel? You can think of destination, you can think of good things, or the speed of travel. So it's quicker travel. What else is good about traveling in airplanes? Quicker travel, and then far distances can be covered, or you can reach or you can visit any part of the world in comparatively short time. Okay, all these are your keywords, is it not? Now, if you look at these are your positive keywords. Okay, what are your negative keywords? So this could be your positive keywords. What could be your negative keywords? So it can be the tickets can be expensive. So it's not everyone can afford. So inaffordable. So what can be our negative words? So it's expensive tickets, and then unaffordable by common people. Now unaffordable by many. Okay, then it can be dangerous, cramped seats, and then germs can spread because it's a cramped space or it's a confined space, and can germs can travel or confined space, so and infections or can spread, something like this. Okay, so you think about your positive keywords and your negative keywords. Okay, now we're going to use this template and see how to put it here. So one of the most unmistakably obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in, so you can put in your topic name here, okay? The topic name would be, I'm sorry, we didn't think of our topic name, right? So we'll try to put a sweet and short topic. Topic name would be air travel, or the impacts of air travel. Okay. One of the most unmistakably obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in the impacts of air travel. There is a widespread worry, so I'll just put it in red so that you know when I put this in. Okay. There is a widespread worry. This will only lead to a myriad of concerns in the society, in my opinion. You put your topic name again. So I'll just copy this topic name as this so that when I get in your exam, you can always copy your topic name because you'll have to keep using it over and over. Impacts of air travel has more. So impacts is in the plural. So here it says has more, or air travel is 1. That's your subject. So the verb is has more negative impacts than positives in the society. That's your introduction. On the one hand, critics may point out one of the significant, so you're telling, so you might choose negative or positive. So here, maybe I would say it has more positive impacts than negatives. So you can tweak it based on your topic tips in the society. So the impacts of air travel has more positive impacts than negatives in the society. Okay. On the one hand, critics may point out that one of the significant, so this critic is always opposite to your point of view or your opinion. So in your opinions, this topic has more positive impacts. So the critic is going to say it has more problems. So he would say, on the one hand, critics may point out that one of the most significant, you would say, problems of, you would put in your topic name, is, so one of the most significant problems of the impact of air travel is, so what is your negative keywords, is the expensive tickets, and then what's your next keyword? Second, unaffordable, or unaffordable by common folks, and dangerous travel, or dangerous mode of transport, yeah, and risky maybe. Then, for example, people. So there's someone that I've written, could always be people. Unlike in the past, have more, or now suffer from, or now have more problems with, or now have more troubles with, you put in confined spaces, comma, as infections spread, or as germs spread, as it is easy for germs to spread. Okay, you put your topic name on this. So I now have more troubles with confined spaces, and you put your next negative words, as it is easy for the germs to spread. Okay, so this is how you write your essay. Just memorize the template, you put your keywords, positives and negatives, and this is how you do it. On the other hand, there are several arguments in favor of my stance. One of the most preponderant ones is that, put in your topic name again. However, has, because you were talking about positive here, you would say has some positive consequences, or has some positive effects. For the community in various ways. Now, firstly, you put your keywords. Firstly, visiting friends and family is easy. Family is convenient, maybe, because air transport is quicker to travel, or air transport, because visiting easy, because it is easy now to visit any part of the world in comparatively short time. So I would say visiting friends and family is, where is it? So firstly, it's convenient because it is easy, or because air travel has made it easy to reach any part of the world in comparatively faster time, something like that. Quick quicker or comparatively quicker. Comparatively quicker. Okay, then according to Times Magazine December 2017 edition, the proportion of, you would put in another positive word, proportion of tourists visiting destinations or maybe proportion of people visiting friends and families. Has increased from whatever percent you like. Secondly, a large portion of, you put in your positive keywords again, large portion of tourists or a large portion of vacation destinations, okay, are easier. Of tourists, of the tourists are able to access their desired destinations because, maybe you would say, of speedy air travel. So you use your keywords and you write your essay. Then lastly, in my opinion, the government of Australia is taking a great initiative in educating its people on the impact of, you put in the topic name, impact of air travel. Then people are being encouraged. There's a full stop here. So people are being, or because it's people, so this will be are being encouraged to spend a significant portion of their time in, you can put it as in learning about the impacts of air travel in order to compensate for the problems. So as conclusion, you would say, to conclude, even when there are a lot of demerits associated with, you put in the topic, could be with the impacts of air travel, sorry. So you would say with the impacts of air travel, comma, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, and you would put in air travel again, has become a crucial part of life. Okay, therefore, efficient use of, we put in air travel again, or traveling by air just for a change, but you feel free to choose just air travel. Should be promoted, while its gross misuse should be avoided. Okay, so this is how you use a template and you write an essay. So I hope so you spent a part of your time, the first 3-4 minutes, to write down, plan, write your key ideas, choose 2 positive ideas, 2 negative ideas, write keywords like this, okay? Positive and negative keywords. Then make up a sweet and short topic name, and then you write down your essay. So your word limit has to be between 200 and 300 words. So this is about 308 words, which is too much. So I would say, I'll remove this off. So this is about, how much is this total number of words is? It's inside your word limit. So that's about 290 words, which is well inside your word limit. And you can always use this template, and this is how you do your essay. Then you proofread to say if your spellings are correct and if there are no spelling errors, and that's all. So this circus should take you about 20 minutes to attempt. I hope this was a clear lesson too, and I hope you guys were able to understand what I was trying to say. So that's the end of our PTE writing session. So we discussed both summarized written text as well as an essay, and how to use a template and write an essay, and how to use connectors and write a summarized written text. Guys, we have our lessons every day from 11 to 1 o'clock Sydney time. I welcome all of you to join us on time and make use of these completely free lessons. Thank you.